was like the first time I started up single player. I remember starting playing with a barb, and I remember his name. I named him Disciple. I thought I was cool. And then I remember the first time I logged on to Battlenet. It was open Battlenet. This is back when, back in the days when the D2 game allowed TCP IP and connections with other servers and stuff. Well, there was this like, sort of Wild West of Battlenet. It was the open Battlenet.
Yeah, I remember that a little bit.
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I never really knew at that time. I didn't know there's a difference between closed Battlenet and open Battlenet. I just saw like play online. I'm like, oh, multiplayer. I'm like, cool, let's do it, Well, I remember stepping into a game with, my single player dude. I'd leveled him to like level 83 or something. It was so great. I was like, man, my barb is the man. And like, this was back in the days. I'm pretty sure this might still be the case on Open Battle. I'm not sure. I haven't played it in a while, but like the host of the game, like whoever created the game, could edit anything in the game. Like they could even edit your character stats, your skills, and all of this stuff.
Like your character, not their character, but literally yours.
Your character, yeah. And I remember stepping into a game. And I was like, oh man, I can't wait to show off this barb. And like this guy hacks all of my stats down to like 5 or something. And I worked so hard to get to level 83. And then suddenly my barb has like 200 life. I'm like, what just happened? He's like, yeah, how's that barb? And he's like, like, all my skills go down to like 1 or something. I was like, what? I was like, I remember exiting the game. I was like, maybe if I save and exit, then I'll just go back to single player and I'll have my barb back. And I go back into single player, and like my barb is just eternally neutered.
Wow.
And I'm like, oh my god. I was like, Battlenet's terrible. I was like, I'm never going on again. I didn't know about like Jamela Hero Editor, or there was something else it was called back in the day. But like, yeah, it was just some crazy stuff, man. Like,
yeah, I didn't know about anything like that. There was I wish I still had these files. Like, I wish I could pull up the old like tower and computer I had from back in the day. But I did something like where I think maybe I was just gonna try to transfer an item from one single player character to another. So I was gonna go try the drop in Open Battlenet, type thing. And I went into a game, and there was a guy just, oh hey, who is this guy joining our game? And I was just like, I'm just transferring things. He's like, oh, do you want this stuff? And he's throwing out, like a bow that had like 3,700% enhanced damage and like 1,300 increased attack speed on it and stuff like that, and I had just all these like hacked items on this one character, and it was kind of funny because I didn't know anything about it. I never dabbled in it after that either, but I just thought it was crazy to have all these random like 200% faster walk run belt and stuff like that I got from Open Battlenet. Guy, he's just throwing them out because obviously he probably knew how to just click one button and get them, but I was like, I mean, I was probably 13 or 14 at the time, I guess. I can't remember, but